So since honestly, since the last mailbag we did and the last show we did took the better part of 3/4 of an hour. All right, who's lying? It took the better part of 3/4 of the day. We promised to make this short and sweet. So first off, this is what we call the tease.
Yep.
It's where we have you listen to our show, but before we get to the show, we say, if you would, like, subscribe, and follow This Is Truly News. That way we can become wealthy industrialists. Or something.
I think wealthy, YouTubers or Spotifyists.
We could be influencers like
good Lord. You can't even say that with a straight face.
Like, subscribe, and follow if you would. Thank you. And now we let Sheila introduce us, and then we'll get to the stuff.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
So,
do you ever wonder why Sheila does that? Do you have pictures of her? Is she in debt to you for some reason?
In some ways.
I don't want to know.
I do voiceovers for her sometimes.
That wouldn't be enough to do that, because now
she does
associated with
voiceovers
us.
for us.
She does, which hardly seems fair.
I love my Sheila. Okay, are you sitting
You like shrimp on the bobby too, but
yes, I do. The UK's most streamed songs for each calendar year. We're going to look at the 1950s.
All right.
These are songs.
Streamed? They had streaming in the 50s? God, they were way ahead of us.
See, now I knew that's where we were going. No, it's a song from a year that is the most streamed song now. Okay. So it began streaming after its life as a single on the radio or whatever.
Yeah. That was pretty much in the 50s. That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah, really. 1952. Just guess.
I have no idea.
Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain. Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly. I was close.
Yeah. 1953.
Sinatra.
Another member of the Rat Pack.
Dean Martin.
Yes. Which song?
Volare. Oh, or
Close. That's Amore.
That's Amore. That's kind of Dean's song, so I thought that'd be too obvious.
1954.
Zager and Evans.
Rage. That's in the year 2525.
I was early.
Oh, sorry. I appear to be early. I've got a
Ray
woman.
Charles.
Ray Charles. I've got a woman. That was it. And then things take a real turn. 1955.
Now we go to rock and roll, don't we?
We do.
Bill Haley and the Comets.
Nope.
No.
This is the most streamed in this era.
Oh, in our era.
1955.
I don't know.
Little Richard. Tutti Frutti.
And I think Little Richard was, but no one knows.
On and off.
He was an occasional Tootie and sometimes a Fruity.
What?
This can go nowhere good, so just carry on, would you, please?
1956.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
56.
Oh, come on. 56. Johnny Cash. Because you're Folsom Prison, I walk the line.
I Walk the Line was 56?
Yep, that's what they're saying.
Wow, so his infatuation with her started before that. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
19...
Is that June Carter, right? Yeah.
Had to be, yeah. 1957.
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah, it's Elvis.
Oh, Hound Dog.
No.
Blue Suede Shoes.
No.
I'm out of it. That's my earliest Elvis. Sorry.
Jailhouse Rock.
No, that wasn't it.
1958, our birth year.
The most streamed song?
From 1958.
Help me out.
Chuck Berry.
No.
Yes.
Where he's doing the thing across the stage.
Johnny Be Good.
Yeah. Go, Johnny, go, go.
And finally.
Oh, thank God.
1959.
My sister's birth year.
Mm-hmm. Paul Anka.
Having My Baby.
That was the 70s, you moron.
Yeah, but who knows? It could have been streamed by people in the 50s.
I actually saw, do you remember...
that, by the way, is a stupid song, but okay.
Do you remember Mike Binkley from Channel 5 and
I do.
Channel 4? Bink and
I remember from Channel 5,
Yeah, Bink and I graduated from high school together in Topeka.
for which he will actually admit to that occasionally.
And I have in the yearbook a picture of him in a leisure suit singing a Paul Anka song.
Having my baby.
Yeah.
God, that
I threatened him with it on the air.
I sure
all the
would.
time.
I would every
But
day.
1959, it was put your head on my
My
shoulder.
That's what made Anka the teen idol thing.
Please make fun of me, baby.
Because when he had a couple of hits in the 70s.
Yep.
But that's who else came? Somebody else came back with the late 70s kind of stuff like Anka.
One Bamba, no.
No.
Bang-a-shang-a-lang-a-lang-ang. He sang on the bitch's back with Elton John.
He did.
Oh,
Okay, great. All right. Anyway, Ken, this will bother him now forever
no,
until he gets to the Google machine.
nuts.
Bitch is back. Background vocals. Try the Google machine. Here are 10 strange things that have been banned around the world for, well, sometimes really weird reasons.
Okay.
These are just a sampling of them.
Okay.
In Capri, Italy. See, now I thought banning capri pants would be funny. And then I thought it was funny that I knew there was such a thing as capri pants. And then I found out it was just they banned flip flops.
What?
So you're looking at the West Coast, Mediterranean sun, no flip flops because you shall not wear them or other such footwear that cause excessive noise. You see, the residents
Yep.
who live there all the time
Yep.
enjoy their peace and quiet, and tourists with their flapping or clicking shoes don't belong on the island. If you are flipping and flapping or clacking, which sounds like some kid's toy from the late 80s, you could face a hefty fine. Wear your proper sandals, please.
Wow.
That way you get the weird stripes on your feet. That'll work.
That's
In Greece,
weird.
it must be an area thing, because in Greece, they ban high-heeled shoes. Ready?
What?
In Greece, high heels put more pressure on a single spot on the ground than regular shoes. And in Greece, there are many ancient pavings, such as the Athenian Acropolis. But they're old, hence brittle. Hence, you put too much pressure with those stiletto heels, babe. You're messing up a national landmark.
Neil Sedaka.
was
Neil
it.
freaking Sedaka.
Thank you.
That was figuratively killing me.
It was annoying me, but it was more fun watching you squirm. In France, excessive condiment consumption is banned.
They eat.
Actually, they've just banned condiments in schools. You cannot just go up to the thing, go, everything's in a little weird little predetermined doses, they say.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
They're trying to reduce, with this great plan, childhood obesity.
Yeah, there you go. That'll do it.
That'll do it right there.
Yeah.
In Japan, they're trying to outlaw being overweight. So what happens is companies employing Japanese people age 40 to 74 are required to carry out annual waistline measurements. Any employee that is too fat, the companies are required to provide them with dietary guidance. Any company not carrying out their proper duties properly can be fined. So bosses are in Nigeria. Make sure you
The
haven't
bosses
packed-
are in Nigeria?
No, this is a whole next thing that's banned.
Oh, okay.
In Nigeria, make sure you brought your own wheelbarrow.
Like on a construction job?
No, don't bring your. See, if you bring your own wheelbarrow, they'll confiscate it and make you use a Nigerian one. So it's not like they banned all wheelbarrows.
Just un-Nigerian one.
It's supposedly there to protect Nigeria's lucrative domestic wheelbarrow industry. I added the lucrative because I can't imagine it. Remember Furbies, those soulless weird things from the 90s? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember I had one I
They
named
were-
Majors that I used to use on Channel 11.
Ron or Paul.
It was Paul.
It could have been either.
He loved it.
Because when you looked at him, it could have been either.
I had a little 11 badge on his chest.
They were once banned from facilities operated by NASA. Or no, I'm sorry. By the other NSA company.
NSA? The secret guys?
Yeah, the ban was due to the Furby marketing. Tiger Electronics claimed that as a child with that a child with a Furby could learn to speak English. They were concerned that a foreign agent with a Furby could record things in an NSA facility. they were afraid it might have some sort of artificial intelligence that they hadn't figured out yet. And
Like the artificial intelligence of common freaking sense.
and like, most government agencies never bothered to actually check on how Furbies functioned. Let's see, you shouldn't run out of gas in Germany on the Autobahn. They get very crabby about
They
that.
do. That they do. I knew that.
If you're a Tibetan monk and you've died, and you're hearing this, you've probably successfully
Reincarnated.
And Tibetan monks
I'm looking at you, Dalai Lama, and you're
In-
not even Tibetan.
or dead.
Or he is Tibetan. What am I
And he
thinking?
is something, yeah.
He
And
is
Tibetan
Tibetan.
monks aren't allowed to reincarnate without a licence from the Chinese. I would just like to see him enforce that rascal.
So you're
Here you
going to
go.
walk in and you're going to
Yeah.
say, I've
Nope.
just been reincarnated. Here we go. Do you remember when we met?
They're
the
going to
Dalai
find
Lama?
your reincarnated ass right there.
You remember when we met him that one time at KS?
The Dalai Lama?
Yeah, he was there. He was there talking to Klobuchar.
He was.
Yep.
I vaguely remember that, yes.
I remember his voice filling the entire building.
Yep. But it's not like a booming voice,
No.
but
it
it was
was-
just a commanding voice.
And what a sweetheart. He laughed a lot.
All right.
Okay, my turn.
I still have 3 more, but go ahead.
How do you have 3 more stories? Oh, 3 more of those. Go ahead, do those.
No,
Sorry.
no, we're good. You can go ahead. We don't have to do them.
Yeah, we do.
We also can't. You can't time travel in China either. No reincarnating. No time travel.
We're not
Matter of
having
fact-
either of them.
Films featuring time travel are banned in China. As the government is concerned, they could lead to a distorted perception of history. Go ahead. Let that roll around in your head for a minute. A distorted perception of history, as opposed to what the government is pitching.
Right. All the
Yeah.
truth they lay out.
Yep. So if you invent a time machine, do one thing.
Don't go to China.
first. No, go there first.
And let people just go crazy.
And let them see you, take a few back with you, let them see what really happens.
Let them do it for free. What the heck?
Yeah. I actually don't believe memes are illegal in Australia, so go ahead, your turn.
I used to have a terrible work schedule. I'd have to wake up at 2:30 in the morning so I could be at work by 4. Sounds like when we did morning radio.
No, I got up at 5 to be there at 5:30.
My downstairs neighbors,
Of course, we started at 6 and it was an hour drive, but hey.
my downstairs neighbors would blare loud music at all hours of the night, and I could feel the bass through my mattress. I went downstairs and politely asked them to turn down the music, and they seemed to kindly agree. As soon as I got back into bed, they turned up the sound even louder and kept it going till about 1:30 in the morning. Well, they didn't know who they were messing with.
This is why God made salt shells for shotguns.
Before I left for work at 3:30 a.m., I turned over my amplifier so that the speaker was facing the floor, turned the volume up, and set my guitar on top of it, and then left for my 12-hour shift. The rig was still screaming when I got home.
My.
Neighbors never blasted their music again.
Well played, sir. Well played.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.